Sports fan, this is Stephen Hill for JustMyPicks.com. I'm bringing you a very special Week 13 breakdown of a Sunday night game of the week when you have the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs suffered one of the worst losses you could ever imagine on the season, giving up the first win to the Oakland Raiders, who were previously defeated and didn't have a win. And now you look at the Broncos coming back late against the Miami Dolphins in a big win that they needed to keep pace with the Chiefs, and they needed to keep pace with the New England Patriots. Now hopping right into this is going to be a game that whoever wins this game has a leg up on the rest of the season. And you look at them with the Chiefs getting a loss and that taking a little bit of wind out of their sail. This is going to be a game that Peyton Manning absolutely has to win, because Peyton has to have home field advantage in the playoffs. He cannot travel on the road through the playoffs. History says that this guy does not do well in the playoffs. So with the type of offense that he has, you want to have teams to have to play in the cold, especially in the AFC. You want these guys to not be comfortable coming into your house. You want the weather to be a little bad because you're used to it if you're Peyton Manning. But now, in this football game right here, Jamal Charles is going to be the X factor for the Kansas City Chiefs. There is no wide receiver help for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, you got Dwayne Bowe. Now you have Jason Avant. You have a couple of weapons, but those weapons do not show up. The Kansas City Chiefs still lack that touchdown by a wide receiver in the NFL this season. That's horrendous. That's horrible. Alex Smith got a contract, and he's not doing anything generally to put the ball downfield in a receiver's hands, and as far as just making plays downfield with wide receivers. He makes hell of a play to Jamal Charles almost every single play, and to tight ends. But when it comes to the wide receivers, they need help drastically. I don't know how you can fix that, because it's weird. I haven't seen a team like that didn't have, unless you're talking about a team that had excellent defense like the Baltimore Ravens, that didn't really have all-star wide receiver in the early 2000s, when it was just basically run the ball with Jamal Lewis. Defense is going to help us, and we're going to play it like that. But in this football game, Denver, I'm hoping they'll have Julian Thomas back. I hope that they'll have all the weapons that they need back. Aqib Talib did suffer that hamstring injury, so that kind of scares me there. But that defense showed up. Even without Aqib Talib in a game against the Miami Dolphins that they saw on Sunday afternoon, you still saw a focus. You still saw a passion. You still saw some of the things that came back. I need Von Miller to show back up. I need DeMarcus Ware to show back up and make a consistent pass rush. Knighton, the big defensive tackle that they have, continuously brings pressure. Continuously in his Jack Del Rio defense brings the noise and brings his pads to play and clogs the middle. So that's going to be one of the things that really Jamal Charles has to figure out how to break this. And, you know, bouncing out to the outside, that is what he traditionally does well. But I think you're going to have to pound in between the tackles against the Denver Broncos, because they're going to load up on those outside with Brandon Marshall and potentially Von Miller, and they're going to force you to run inside. So if you're the Chiefs, you have to bring your lunch pail. This is going to be a very physical football game. You know that after being embarrassed 2 weeks ago, the Denver Broncos want to be a physical football team. They want that physical push. They want that physical style, them to be known as that, even though they're a finesse team. So this offensive line for the Denver Broncos is going to come ready to have pride. You know that on the other side, you got Tom Ali and them boys that are going to be ready to come after Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's plan is to get that ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. Look for Demaryius Thomas to be on high alert for these quick screens. Also, Emmanuel Sanders. You look at him not really being himself last week against the Miami Dolphins, but him still trying to make plays. And you saw that he had a little rust on him, a little woozy, but he came out and he did his thing. So I'm looking for, in this game, the Denver Broncos to take charge of the AFC West once again and be on top. And I'm looking for them to make a statement. And this could get ugly for the Kansas City Chiefs, because the Chiefs are going to have to slow this game down and run the football and move the chains. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that on this day in Kansas City, because you have to look at it. They're going to be fired up. It's going to be a lot of energy spent. It's going to be a lot of things going on. It won't be a blowout, but I'm telling you, this game could get out of hand very quickly if the Kansas City Chiefs do not realize Jamal Charles is your bread and butter. Once you get him going, then you can get everybody else going in this Andy Reid offense. So I'm picking the Denver Broncos to win this game, and to not only win this game, but to take the control of the AFC West going towards the playoffs and potentially be the number 2 seed in the AFC Championship game. So that's my prediction, guys. All you Chiefs fans, all you Broncos fans, leave your comments in the comment section below. Also, check out JustMyPicks.com for all the breaking news, all the updates. Follow me on Twitter at JustMyPicksTV. Check us out on Facebook at JustMyPicks. Leave all your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget, share our videos in your sports group on Facebook so we can debate with you each and every week. Thank you so very much. We'll be back next week with week 14.